it stays on. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, can you tell me who you are and who you represent?
My name's Kevin Brace, and I'm representing the Regional Support Centre West Midlands. But previous to that, I was the e-learning development officer at Harper Adams College.
Excellent. Okay, Colin?
Yep. Excellent. Okay. So, can you give me any examples of like best practice, people who are really using the VLE to its best advantage?
Well, I would say a number of the lecturers that we gave the video clips actually from the Aston Media Centre. We gave them the clips on a shared drive and said, well, have a look at these video clips, and they're all in very short sort of bite-sized chunks. And we would then, if they requested them, we would then put them in the VLE for them to let their students look at them. For instance, I know one lady was teaching e-business, and she liked the project management bits of video. And also, we had a lecturer who he taped a chicken dissection, and he used that combined with PowerPoint to actually create, give the students a feel of like exactly how to dissect the chicken if they couldn't be there at the actual event. So it's little things, vocational courses and very hands-on things, students and learning from the video clips basically.
And you were also mentioning about giving students control of the camera that they could actually record for future use, or rather for continuous use, the meetings. Can you tell me about those?
Yeah, that was back in about 2005. I started to video these forums every week during the term. The students would actually organise a forum, and that would happen about every Thursday between sort of 7 to 8 o'clock. And those would be representatives from local farmers or media or MPs. So I thought, well, this is really rich learning going on here. So I was videoing those and streaming them through the VLE. And the next year, I didn't have time to video them. So we gave the students their own camera, little Canon camera, mini DV tape, and said, well, go and video them. He would video 2 or 3, I'd come back, I'd show him how to dump it into a computer, do a bit of simple top and tailing in Movie Maker, and then I'd put that in the VLE in an area. So by the middle of last year, we got about 1.5 years worth of these sort of hour-long presentations, and they were finding them very useful. So we're actually combining the students and helping us.
And those would presumably be used by differing disciplines throughout the college?
Yeah, what we did with those videos, these presentations and the discussion forums, we put them in an area where all students could get at them, essentially for that reason. So there was no login. The students could click onto the front of the VLE, go into this area and find these videos and watch them, or download them if they wanted to.
Okay, what types of media are being used within projects within your VLE? So there's video. What are the things that you find that people are using?
Primarily, it's within the last college I used to work in. It was very similar to other colleges and universities where it's primarily Word and PowerPoint sort of files. Essentially, a few people were using MP3s actually. 1 or 2 requests I had was to record a Radio 4 programme using Record Again, or just record the stream and putting that up for the students. So it's primarily your Microsoft documents, but there are a few people seeing the advantages of MP3s and video for active learning, basically.
Okay, and last question then. If people aren't using the VLE for much more than just the basics, why do you think that might be, or what in your experience might be the reason?
I think there's a number of different reasons. I think there's still a culture of the didactic method of delivery. The lecturers are still very happy with standing up and giving out a few handouts, and I think the transition between using the virtual learning environment in a blended context or getting students to use it is still very much in its infancy, and that's coupled with sort of being comfortable with what you know, levels of computer competency and confidence. And I think there's quite a few issues still prevalent really that are stopping this sort of like adoption of the media and using different mixed media within a VLE. Quite a few different issues.
And cut. Thank you. Excellent.